Hi, it's Katie from Little Miss Kate here, and today I'm doing a comparison between the Ameda Purely Yours Double Electric Breast Pump and the Medela Pump and Style Advanced Double Electric Breast Pump. So I've had the opportunity to use both of these pumps. I have been pumping milk since the day I became a mom. My son was a preemie, and this pump was actually the first thing we bought after he was born. So I've had a lot of experience with this pump, and then recently had the opportunity to try the Ameda Purely Yours double pump as well. And it's really nice to see you know, some of the differences between them and the pros and cons. So I'm going to go through a few of those with you right now. So both of them are a double pump, which can also be converted to a single pump. So for the Ameda, there's just a valve here that you would just take one of the tubes off, close it with this little cap, and plug it back in, and now you've converted to a single if you were to ever need that. So it's nice and easy. And with the Medela, the way that it is set up, I have the one that's actually a backpack style, so it was nice for like easy storage and carrying. But inside you have your tubes that plug in to the two holes down at the bottom, and you would just unplug, and there's just a little cover for them that's attached to the pump at all times, so you could cover up one side to convert it to a single pump. Now, looking at how these pumps are powered, both of them have the plug-in to plug into the wall for pumping, and that's what you would use most of the time. So you can plug into the wall for both. With the Medela, this one came with it. Some of the pumps, it doesn't come with it. You need to buy this battery pack separately, so just make sure you look at the packaging. But it's a battery pack, and it literally just plugs in at the front here where your power adapter plugs in. You would just take that out and plug in the battery pack, and you can just, there's a space beside to tuck it in, so it's perfect. And so when you're traveling, everything goes really nicely into this backpack. It's very compact. With the Ameda, the battery compartment's actually built right in at the bottom, so you can just open up the bottom of the pump and then keep the batteries in there for when you're on the go and might need to be pumping and don't have access to an outlet. So both of them come with that feature, which is really nice. One of the nice things about the Ameda pump is that it actually has this base that holds the bottles right in it. I have to say, I have knocked over bottles after I have been pumping and have spilt some milk before, which is always heartbreaking after a pumping session. So I really do like that feature. For the Ameda, the tubing attaches to the top right there, and for the Medela, you would just plug the tubing into the back. One thing to note that's a difference between the two of them is that in the Ameda, it's impossible, the design is such that it is impossible for the milk to actually get into the tubing. There is a membrane that's inside here that will not let the milk get, as it gets pumped inside to go down to the bottle, will not let it get up and through. So that's one thing that's nice. You don't have to really worry about cleaning the tubing for your Ameda, whereas with the Medela, now it does not happen often. It's actually fairly difficult to get milk into your tubing, but in my 5 years of being a breastfeeding mom, between 3 kids, I have had that happen to me twice, and it is a bit of a pain to have to clean your tubing out to try to get it clean and sterilized. When that has happened to me before, it was because there is on this bottom part a little membrane that's at the bottom, and it was actually, instead of it opening to as it pumps, it'll open a little bit to let the milk drip through. Just the way it dried from being washed, it was actually just sort of stuck down, so the milk accumulated in this bottom yellow part, sort of built up, and then went back into the tubing. And that's more just because I wasn't paying attention as I was pumping to what was happening with the milk. So looking at how the flanges are designed, the Medela ones, you have the bottle to collect milk at the bottom and a valve with this little membrane attached. Now the membrane does come off into the two pieces so you can wash them and clean them. They are, I mean, they are tiny. They're, you know, about the size of a quarter. You have to just be careful when you're washing them that they don't, you know, get lost in your sink. They're not expensive. You can buy replacements, and you should have replacements on hand because they do get little rips and tears in them over time and overuse, and will need to be replaced. And if you do find that you are losing suction, that's one of the first places to look, is at your membranes on your valves to see how they're holding up. The actual flanges come apart in two pieces. This makes for nice, easy cleaning, and also if you're using a hands-free bra for pumping, it's easy to fit this in and then attach the back part through the bra so that you can pump easily without needing to hold on to things and do some multitasking. With the Ameda, again, you've got your bottle to collect your milk. This top cap, which is for the actual pump, your membrane at the top, and the valve for the Ameda is just, it's larger and just more substantial than the Medela one. So you're not as likely to, I would say, lose this one in your sink as you're washing everything up with soapy water. Both of the pumps did come with a set of extra valves because, again, just like the Medela, you are going to need to replace this valve over time. So in looking at how the pumps actually work, the Ameda Purely Yours has two dials on the front that allow you to control the suction and the speed. This is a nice feature that allows mom to really customize their pumping experience to their own body. I have to say that I did find it a bit of a learning curve at the beginning to find what suction and speed worked best for me to be able to pump and get the most milk out. What the Medela has is just a single dial up here that allows you to change the suction, and their unit is pre-programmed that the first 2 minutes of their pumping session are at a faster speed to help you get that letdown, and then after that, those 2 minutes, it automatically changes to like a slower rhythmic pumping. There is a button right here that allows you to either skip past that, the faster suction, or lets you go back to it if you want. You can alternate between those two modes, but that's the only, to control your speed, those are your only two options. The rest of the dial is just to control how powerful the suction is. So you don't have quite the same ability to customize your pumping session with the Medela pump and style as you do with the Ameda. Looking at just the presentation of both, I really like the Medela pump and style in the backpack. You can store everything in here and travel on the go, and I have done that. I have taken this pump with me on international trips before, and so everything from, you know, your battery pack can fit in there, the tubing fits in there, so that means even when I'm storing it beside my bed, I can just put this backpack beside my bed and sort of zip it up and hides everything away. It's got a nice big compartment up at the top, and this model also came with a perfect cooler bag that holds 4 of the bottles with an ice pack that fits around them. I absolutely loved it for taking milk back and forth to the NICU. That cooler will fit up in this top pocket, and then you can also fit some of your flanges up at the top and zip it all closed. And it does have some pockets at the sides as well. So you can get the Medela pump and style in a couple of different ways. There's a shoulder bag, but I really like the backpack style to carry around. And it's also got a pocket here at the back, which is where I stored some of my sterilization bags and that. So I really feel like they've put some time and effort into designing a really practical bag for moms. So overall, I was really happy with both pumps. I think I would tend to reach for my Medela just because of how easy it is to travel around with, or just to be compact. You know, beside my bed in my room, it sort of holds everything together in just this one bag. They retail for around the same price. So have a look at the features and see what things would be important to you as a breastfeeding and pumping mom. And make sure if you have any questions to leave them in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to the Little Miss Kate YouTube channel for more great product reviews. Until next time.